Godsman 2009, and if you're still a viewer of my YouTube channel, you've been with me through the first 3 of the 4 blood moons and the solar one. I'm not talking about the one that they just saw in Antarctica and parts of South America and blah blah blah. I'm talking about the full eclipse, not the partial. That was back in April, I believe, right before the 3rd blood moon that I couldn't see from here because the weather was not cooperating. The weather is cooperating tonight, however, the moon is currently over the horizon from where I live. So here in about 20 minutes or so, I will go outside and see what I can see. Give or take, there's a hill there, so probably closer to between 6:30 and 7 my time. Technically, it's 6:32 when the moon will rise, and we'll be able to see it from here. But it is already partially eclipsed, so we'll probably see it closer to about halfway or already maybe a quarter. And then we'll stand outside in the backyard and just go from there as the sun sets behind me and gets darker and darker. It's still broad daylight here. This is Pacific Standard Time, so the sun is just now hitting the horizon and it's starting to set. But anyhow, these scientists on SLU are just blah 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 about, well, whatever. They're trying, they try to discredit God and what's really going on here. Keep in mind there is a festival going on. Let's see, we already had trumpets. I think they're into the Day of Atonement now or tents, somewhere in there. But anyhow, be ready because this could be it. I'll come back periodically throughout the evening, either through the computer or outside. Taping it. Forgive me, it's a cell phone camera. But anyhow, Godsman 09 signing off for now with the Super Blood Moon, September 27th, 2015. This is Blood Moon number 4. It's getting towards 1/4 here. I wish this guy would shut up, but anyhow. It's Godsman 09, I'm back. 2009, if you go by the full name. Anyways, but they had technical difficulties, had to reset the link. That's typical. It's the internet. Got people all over the world trying to watch this thing. But there it is. If you look really close, you can actually see the edge of it. I'm sorry for the light reflecting on my screen. But here in about 10, 15, 20 minutes my time, we should be able to go outside and see it. Now, keep in mind, it's still broad daylight. The sun is going down. It's going to be over the horizon. But the moon will be high enough in the sky. I do not know, because I've never seen an eclipse like this. Normally the eclipses that I've seen so far, it's already been dark outside. I mean, it's completely dark. Give or take the moonlight and the stars, and the city lights are where we're at. We're going to have to contend with sunlight here, especially Pacific Standard Time, so I'm not sure how that's going to look. It's going to be pretty interesting.
A year.
Hopefully they can pull you people off your football games tonight and actually get up off your butts and go outside and look, if weather permits. If not, some of us are filming it, so, But you're actually without excuse, so, if you miss it, you miss it. That's you're doing. Because this video does it no justice. You're going to have to actually experience it yourself. Next video clip will probably be from outside or about closer to halfway on the screen here. Again, 6:32 my time is moonrise, Pacific Standard for my valley, but we have a bunch of hills in the way, so behind my house here, so
that's because
we'll see. We'll see. I might be coming at you from multiple spots tonight. There's a viewing spot that I did the second blood moon from. That if you remember, we were there.
And it's been calculated that
that video can be posted or viewed over at CTmaster08 at Yahoo or the YouTube. Excuse me. Anyways, and there it is, but. It just goes from there. They're having problems with their feed. But, yeah, CTmaster08, YouTube. There it is. He filmed the second blood moon and put music to it. So you won't hear like a commentary or any of that stuff because we sat out there all night and filmed it. But we did see some very interesting stuff. A couple shooting stars and all kinds of Nito Bandito jazz. Had the Dodge sprinklers in the city park. I mean, it was quite an adventuresome night. But we got out of there about 5:30, 6, 7 o'clock the next morning, something like that. But luckily, this one should be done by about 11 p.m. my time, so most of us will be able to see it. If you're awake, sorry Hawaii, you will not be able to see it. Parts of Alaska will be able to see it. Canada, most of the United States, lower 48 will see it, weather permitting. According to what I heard earlier, the Ohio River Valley and parts of the Appalachians and East Coast will not see it due to overcast and rainy. So you're going to have to cheat and just do what I'm doing here and use it online. But there it is. It is partially eclipsed, and I'll be back in just a little bit. It's official. There's moonrise. It's coming up over the Waha Mountains, east, northeast, southeast, whatever it is, due east of Lewiston. I'm at my thinking spot. Most of you will figure it out when you watch this. This is Godsman09. There it is. I do apologize earlier. They're having some major technical difficulties over at SLU and all that junk. So, what you're going to get is you're going to get the Dave sitting in his van special. That's my first name, by the way. Whatever. There it is. Godsman, his real name is Giant Slayer. But, as you can see, you're not imagining things. That is not a partial moon. Technically, it is a full moon. That is the eclipse happening right in front of you. I'm not noticing any red hues just yet. Obviously, it is behind smoke on the horizon, so that is helping it a little bit. But it's going to rise in this direction, kind of up like that, and then it'll be up here, and it'll be in the full shadow, and then it'll come out and somewhere up in there over the airport and over Waha. But anyways, I'll keep checking in with you people here in a little bit. I'm going to go back to my God's Original Gangsters 90s Christian rap. A couple ex-Crips got saved by Jesus and rapping for the King. Rest in peace, Mr. Reed's Nashville. We'll be seeing you soon, God willing, walking those streets of gold. Yeah, this is Godsman09, out for now, Blood Moon 2015, September 27th. It's the fourth and final Blood Moon. You know, I might just stay with you just a little bit longer. That thing's actually moving. It's almost completely eclipsed. It's only got like maybe 10% left of the moon left. It doesn't look too good on the camera, but with the naked eye, it's a little bit better. I apologize, folks. I can't really figure out how to zoom this thing in, but there it is. There she be. Slowly rising as the Earth spins. Coming up over the mountains east of where I'm at here. But anyways, bye. Godsman 2009 coming back at you. It's come up just a little bit more, and it's almost fully eclipsed. It's down to about maybe 7%, getting there. Yeah, it's not like it's going to be instantaneous here, but I am noticing kind of a blackish, brownish, reddish hue. You can actually see the other side of the moon kind of light, like a little sliver. Well, you can imagine the round shape. It's there, but anyways, just taking it clip by clip by clip here, and I'll get back with you folks later. Bye. Hey folks, it's Godsman 2009. I'm back. It's almost completely eclipsed. It's really, really, really eating away at the moon there. What's the bummer is the hour of the day that it's happening here on the West Coast kind of makes it hard to see. But there it is. If you watch some of my videos of the earlier, apologies, people driving in here with their headlights on, good grief. Videos of the earlier eclipses, you can see what I'm talking about. It's technically turning that red color, but you won't really see that till it's completely dark. But again, we're fighting, the sunset, and you saw that in one of my earlier clips from home. Makes it very hard to see, but anyways, it's almost completely eclipsed. We're getting there. I'll come back here in another few minutes, and I said another, not another. Ha! A few minutes, and we'll go from there. Well, I'm back. It's totally eclipsed. That light you barely see above that truck, yeah, I'm at a new viewing spot. Unfortunately, there's people down here too, but luckily there's an outhouse about 10 feet behind me, so that helps. Yeah, the joys of stargazing. It is completely eclipsed. You can't even hardly see anything with the camera. Naked eye, it's pinkish, greenish. Yeah. It's not green, but it's pinkish, reddish, orangish, yellowish, whatever-ish. Again, what's not fair is the time that it's happening. The sun went down behind us. It's still kind of sort of light out here, but kind of not. But, anyways, there it is. Airport Park got a little too crowded for my liking, so I left. Like but it's in front of us. Again, I apologize. The camera can't even hardly pick it up. It's right there above that truck in front of me. That truck is about 30, 40, 50 feet in front of me. Parked in a gravel parking lot here on the side of the road. That little flashing light you see is one of the flights coming in out of Boise, I believe. But anyhow, I'll come back in a little bit and show you more. God's Man 2009 at the September 27th, 4th of the final 4 blood moons. Tetrad 2015. And we'll see you folks later. Goodbye. Somewhere that immense black space out there is the moon. I can see it with my naked eyes, but finding it on the camera is a bit of a challenge. But trust me, folks, it's there. Right about the center of your screen should be. A little bit higher than those houses now. I mean, keep in mind that it is moving because the Earth is rotating, and you stick that in your pipe and smoke it, you flat earthers. But there it is. I'll come back in a little bit when it starts coming out of the shadow. It's going to take a bit, but this is the longest time in totality that there's ever been eclipsed. So, anyhow, see you in a little bit. This is God's Man 2009 at the September 27th, 2015, blood moon number 4. I apologize, folks, but there it is again. Totality. You can't hardly see anything on the video. But trust me, it's there. Right? Just above them houses, about 3 or 4 degrees. Looks like somebody behind me snapping photographs. You can't see nothing. These cell phone cameras don't do you one bit of justice. It is completely eclipsed. It looks kind of a reddish, brownish, orangish color. Anyhow, there it is. The shadow east of the Atlantic came down from the upper left and all the way across, but on our side of the ocean, it came from the lower left and went up and across, kind of like the first blood moon, sort of, back in April of 2014, somewhere in April, March of 2014. Most of you folks may not have even seen that one, but I did film it, so. Between fighting clouds in the backyard, overcast, and, it was an adventure. So was the second one. That's the one that we saw those shooting stars in. The third one I filmed totally online because the weather was not cooperating out here on the Pacific coast. This one we're going to see the whole thing, just about. Give or take. The angle that it's at and the time of day. The sun just went down behind us. The camera that I'm using. The smoke on the horizon. All that fun jazz. Anyways, it's still there, trust me. I might have to wait till it starts coming out, because you can't see nothing on this camera. There's that little ball you see on the horizon there, just above the houses. Kind of right in the middle of the picture, middle right. Anyhow, I'll come back in a few minutes and we'll see what we get. I think this is supposed to be the longest time that it's going to be totally eclipsed. But anyhow, I'll see you folks in a little bit when it starts coming back out of the shadow. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. It's starting to show up on the camera there. Anyhow, God's Man 2009 signing off for now. Man 09 again. I was able to reorient. I think people left the parking lot, thank God. But somewhere out in that immense blackness of space, just above the buildings are on the horizon that are a little bit closer than they look on the camera, because trust me, they're barely a mile away, maybe a little closer than that. Is the moon. That kind of roar you hear on and off again in the background is the Horizon flight from Boise that just landed a little bit ago. That's the one you saw flying across the moon in the picture when you could actually still sort of kind of see it in the shot. Anyhow, they're on their way to Seattle, I believe. Keep in mind, I am by an airport, so there's not much I can do about the noise. But anyways, somewhere up in there, I can't really see it in the shot, it's there somewhere, is Le Moon. But it's so dark, it's hard to see on the camera. And this thing takes 720p to 1080, so Not much I can do about it. I mean, I'm having a hard enough time seeing that thing with my naked eyes, and we're as far away from the city lights as we can possibly get here while still being barely just outside the city limits and in the county. And anyways, so I'll come back in a little bit and we'll see what's what. Again, this is the longest time that thing's going to be in totality, so there's not much we can do about it. But this is Blood Moon number 4. This is God's Man 2009 signing off for now from the Blood Moon number 4 of the Tetrad September 27th, 2015, and it is about 7:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm sorry if it's blurry, but this is God's Man 2009, 27th of September 2015, Blood Moon number 4, coming back at you. Slowly but surely, Moon is coming out of the shadow of Earth. And it's just a little bit of a sliver, a little more. I'd give it maybe between 5 and 10% out of the shadow so far. It's not quite a quarter of a moon, but it's getting there. We'll come back here in a few more minutes and show you what we got. God's Man 2009 is the 27th of September 2015. It's between 8:30 and 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We are about just past a quarter of a moon and not quite to a half moon coming out of Earth's shadow. Yeah, but anyhow, there it is. It's pretty cool. It's gotten pretty quiet out here. There were some people earlier that were kind of, the kids were rowdy and stuff, but it's gotten pretty quiet. I'm not sure if they left or if they're just sitting and enjoying the eclipse or what's going on. My prayers are that they're turning their hearts and minds to Jesus Christ, because time is very, very short. You can bank on that. You better make sure your rapture ready. I'm preaching to myself on that one too. I'll catch you folks in a few more minutes. Enjoy Blood Moon number 4. God's Man 2009. It is the 27th of September 2015. Not quite 9 p.m. my time. It's about 6 minutes till Pacific Standard Time. The moon is about 60 to 70+% out of Earth's shadow. It's a last remnant of the shadows in the upper right hand of your screen there. I'm not sure what the moon looks like. I mean, on the screen here it looks kind of weird. Yeah, it might look better on the computer once it's all edited and the stabilization and all that jazz. But anyhow, there it is, Blood Moon number 4. I will come back in a little bit, and eventually there will be no more shadow on the moon. We'll catch you later, folks. Blood Moon number 4. This is God's Man 2009. It's the 27th of 27th of September 2015. Why do I keep thinking February? I don't know. I must be tired. It's called brain farts. It happens. Anyhow, it's the 4th blood moon. She's almost completely out of the shadows. Just a little bit to go there in the upper right-hand corner, and then we'll be out. And we'll get the supermoon and all her sheer brilliance here in a little bit. Anyhow, I'll come back here in a little bit. Blood Moon number 4, God's Man 2009. God's Man 2009, 27th of September 2015. This is the 4th blood moon. And if you can see in the camera there, I'm not sure if you can or not. The shadow is almost completely off the moon. There's just a little bit left there in the upper right. But we're getting there. So she's about 80+% uneclipsed as far as the inner shadow goes. Now, it's still in the outer shadow, so it's not going to look 100% white, blue, bright, brilliant supermoon just yet, but it will eventually. Anyways, Blood Moon is almost over with. I'll come back here in a few minutes and show you a little more. This is Blood Moon number 4, God's Man 2009, signing off for now. This is God's Man 2009. It is the 27th of September 2015. 9/27/2015. And this is the last bit of blood moon number 4. If you look at the upper right there, it's just a little bit of shadow to go. Not even 5%. And it'll be completely uneclipsed. Now, I don't know if you can hear my voice. I'm talking quiet because there's other cars around. But anyways, there it is. I'll come back in a few minutes when it's completely out. Well, folks, this is Godsman 2009, 27th of September 2015. I'm going to declare blood moon number 4 over because the moon looks almost perfectly round. Now it's still coming out of the outer shadow, so that might be why it's kind of looking kind of funny. But I'm going to declare this one over, go home, edit it, and post it. And we'll see you when some other major thing goes down. Catch you later, folks.